Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
This letter here is inviting members to attend the mosque for prayers and Qurban to be held on the 25th of May 1969.
I came to Australia in 1969. From that time, I'm a member of the Islamic Society. And I remember after that, my cousin from overseas, from Sweden, he come, I said to my cousin, let's go to court. And the judge asking questions. They said, why minaret have to be there? Why this mosque have to be there? I say, no. The voice of the imam is not bigger than the bell of the church.
My earliest memory of the AAIS and the Jami was probably coming here as a 7-year-old for the Bayram prayers early in the morning with my brothers and my dad. So all the young boys, we would be on top of the ladies' balcony area.
So I actually spent a lot of my childhood in the mosque. I remember coming here during Bayram as a child, during Eid, and also for events. And I just realised how important it was for the next generation of children to have that same attachment to the mosque and to the society. So I, alongside a few other ladies, decided to form a women's committee, which was like a subcommittee of the main committee back in 2005, with the intention of having children's events and events for females, for women in the community, as well as trying to do outreach to the broader community.
My family was involved early on. So before the society was created, it became an idea from Albanians who moved here early on.
Fine, they can make me cry.
We found recently some receipt books where there was money collected in 1955. It was an idea for Albanians to have a place of their own. And coming from that time where in Albania, communism was overrun. There was no religion. And then for them to have the idea of creating a jami, it's beyond approach.
I recall when I attended the auction with my father, Hodo Hamid, who was authorised by the society to bid on the society's behalf for the land. The land was put up for auction second after the building. My father was successful in acquiring the building portion for £11,200.
Jamet was my uncle. We call him Jamamet. And basically, we were his family. He had no one in Australia.
That time, Selima, who prayed there? Nobody prayed it. Only Jamaica built it after people started to pray it.
There were people who'd come to Australia because they either escaped or they'd been stuck out here from before the war. They were a small community. Their third cousin was really like their first cousin if they had a cousin here. So they all bonded together and they all had a very strong work ethic.
I think the interesting thing too was that when I would go to school, I wouldn't go to religious instruction classes. When I went to high school, I attended religious instruction classes. But what I started doing was debating with the religious instruction provider because I'd learnt different lessons and I wasn't trying to be argumentative, but I certainly was debating in terms of, Son of God, really, and, all those kinds of things.
From 1963 to 1979, the membership fee was $10, and it stayed $10 for 17 years. No wonder the mosque had no money at all. The first thing we did was we made it $20, and then the following year we made $30, and in 1983 we made it $50. In late 72 and 73, something like that, we had Turks coming here to pray with us on Eid Day, and they actually tried to take over the situation. I was appointed imam, and
they found out that we didn't have an appointed imam. Yeah. So they said, well, why should we pray behind this boy? He's only a junior boy, junior imam. So they wanted to do it, which was good in a way, because their imam was a qualified imam, but Mubarak was only just learning. And so there was a bit of a misunderstanding.
Yes. So anyway,
During the Eid prayer.
The committee was a young committee, and the energy that we had, it was very exciting. You know, it was a real buzz. We felt that there's this new change coming. There's a new dawn in our society, and it was just so exciting. I just want to give you one small example. It was our first major mail out to our members. We gave our members gifts, an information booklet, you know, how to pray, about Islam, audio cassette. Back then we had audio cassettes, a DVD. These little gifts. We were so excited. It wasn't that well organised. It took us a long time in this current room that we're in currently, and it was touching.
The group of Albanians that were present in these areas, Carlton, Fitzroy, where the bulk of the Albanian community was, there was a concern for funerals. Either they were single, predominantly males, or they had their family in Albania and they were living and working in Australia with the intention of returning to Albania. But there had been cases where people had passed away and it felt that they really weren't given the send-off that we see as very important.
Mas një kohë, kur kam hyrë në këshill, unë dhe ata shok që i kam punu bashkë në këshill, kena fillu disa aktivitetat. Kadal kena nis një revistë që e kam propozu këshillit. Aja revista ka pas titlin Drita Islam, i shkru si në gjuhën engleze edhe në gjuhën shqype. Në atë kohë mbahet ka kenë vetëm një aja gazet që i shtyp në gjuhën shqype në Australi.
I'm not sure how I see the AAIS in the next 10 years. It's exciting and it's a great unknown. But just thinking back 10 years ago when the youth centre started, we were all strangers. But now 10 years forward, we're all a family.
You're my brother, you're my sister.